All right, welcome back to the analyst desk here for the WTP Pro Splatoon Finals. This is going to be it. It comes down to this. When we started this season, we had 8 pro teams. Now we are down to just the 2. Whole Lot of Rage taking on Jackpot. And this is actually a rematch from last week when Jackpot took down Whole Lot of Rage 4-2. But IPS, since we have a little time as we get Jackpot into the lobby, just recap the pro scene for us. Recap these pro Splatoon playoffs for a bit. You know, not necessarily going over every match, but if you missed the action, what are some of the highlights that we've seen so far?
Well, I believe the main 2 highlights are definitely just Michelin Heroes beating Squid and Good and Whole Lot of Rage Whole Lot of Rage losing to Jackpot. Michelin Heroes being Squid and Good, that is Michelin Heroes seen as usually considered, more around the mid-level, not too hype, just kind of there. That, be a +2 team, which is, one of the better +2 teams because they are all, like, high percentage players in that server. Meanwhile, for the Jackpot versus WLR set, pretty much no one was expecting Keo to show up, but he showed up, and, he just did Keo. He just did the Keo and basically helped Jackpot get that 4-2 win over WLR, which, we were expecting WLR to be in the grands already, but they had to go through losers here being Michelin 4-0 as, now they're going to be here against Jackpot. I believe Jackpot's going to have the normal roster, though, and Whole Lot of Rage having Biscuit and Jared instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's take a second to look at these map lists. This is a best of 9. We don't need to read off every map and mode since we already got both teams here in the lobby. We're getting ready close to game number 1. So as you see these maps, as you see these modes and these 2 teams taking each other on, of course, Whole Lot of Rage with just the lineup you just saw as they went against Michelin. Jackpot coming in with Leafy, Legend, Q, and Shadow for today. So cool, dude. I'll pass it on to you first. Looking at this best of 9, who are you predicting and what's going to be the scoreline?
Oh my. This is a very difficult one, but I'd say Whole Lot of Rage 5-2 or 5-3.
All right, we got a 5-2, 5-3 Whole Lot of Rage. IPS predictions.
I'm thinking the same thing as Cool Dude, 5-2 or 5-3. I'm hoping for a game 9, but realistically, I think it's going to be a 5-2 or 5-3.
Yeah, and
for WLR.
I think without Keo here subbing in for Jackpot, I do think Whole Lot of Rage has the upper hand. I feel like it still could be a close series, but I'm kind of with you, Cool Dude. I'm feeling more of the 5-2 Whole Lot of Rage over Jackpot. It kind of reminds me of the Academy Finals yesterday that we saw where 2 teams were pretty close, but one just definitely had a little bit of a slight edge. I don't think it's that crazy to think that Jackpot could take matches off a Whole Lot of Rage. I think we will see it happen. I just don't see Jackpot taking 5 matches off a Whole Lot of Rage with this lineup here today. So it's going to be difficult for them, but you never know. They got the win last week, and it's still definitely possible that this series could go either way. This is for the championship, so a little sweat maybe on their hands. This is for the prize pool of maybe somewhere around that $150 mark there. So, as we have 30 seconds IPS, I do want to ask you, it is interesting that Whole Lot of Rage has 2 great, amazing players who are subbing in, but at the same time, they haven't been able to play with the team and work with them with Whole Lot of Rage a lot because they are subs. So is that going to affect them? Is that going to make them maybe not better but worse, potentially?
Possibly coordination with Biscuit a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be an issue with Biscuit too much. But for Jared, like Nylon Domo and another player, I forgot their name, they were playing already with Jared in King of the Castle, which was 2 days ago. And they won that against Radiance, which is one of the top teams in Europe. So WLR definitely not going to really have coordination issues, I believe. And both teams now getting ready on Inkbot spot zones. On the side of WLR, we got Zap, Slosh Machine, CDS, and Nautilus being on the side of Jackpot. We got Nautilus, Splash, Charger, and the Junior. Cool Dude, take it away with these comps.
Yeah, every player here just using the weapons they're known for, and Nylon already on a big flank trying to push up, but he looks like he's going to get punished for it. He does. Shadowwind getting a nice kill, and now it's a 3v2 in favor of Jackpot, and it looks like they could get the zone here, but the storm comes out from Jared, and it's just going to continue to be a stalemate here as both teams will try to build up their specials. Hollow Rage getting the initial cap, and it's a nice flank coming out from Leafy, getting one, but going down.
Yeah, it's going to go down, though, but it's going to enable their teammates to maybe get another pick. They're now 2-2 situation right now with a jump coming in from Nylon. Biscuit are going to try maybe pushing and get some picks himself, but right now just massive fight in mid, massive contention for zone, and nothing really happening. As I say it, though, Charter does go down, which is pretty huge for Real R. Another pick coming out for Biscuit, maybe two. That's 2 picks for Biscuit on the Inkjet, and the last one's now on right, who's going to jump out. Cool, dude.
A great pincer coming out from Biscuit and Nylon. Nylon just able to apply that pressure and allowing Biscuit to get those 2 kills with the Inkjet. But Hollow Rage, they respect Jackpot. They know they don't have to push up too far here into their base. And Jackpot, they have 3 specials. Hollow Rage have 2. They're going to use them now. One bomb rush comes out, the Inkjet and Armadillo as well. And now it's just going to be a fight for the zone. And they'll try to get picks. And Hollow Rage, they take down Leafy, and Legend goes down as well, and that was just a really nice hold by Hollow Rage, just completely stopping Jackpot's retake attempt, and this could be a knockout.
Yeah, we saw there pretty much, even though Jackpot was really special to try to get in, WLR did not pretty much move their ground, and they just got the picks they needed. Again, taking down Legend and Leafy here. Though Q getting a really nice snipe on Biscuit there. This might be our team that we can maybe cap the zone. The zone's still in the favor of WLR as CDS is going to push Shadowwind here. And this might be KO here. Pace still keeps coming out from WLR. Charger going to drop, but is not going to go down though. Leafy helping get that pick. Leafy going to go down to Nylon though. So there's a massive difference though, but it is going to be the game. And WLR going to take game 1 of these grand finals.
That was such a dominant opening. Like, maybe we could make the argument, Hollow Rage, they just came off of a 4-0, they have the warm-up, they have the momentum, and Jackpot haven't played yet, but that was just a really strong showing coming out from Hollow Rage, and that will probably scare a lot of people thinking Jackpot are going to win this.
Yeah, I mean, I see in the chat Stormy already scared, throwing all his channel points there on Jackpot. Man, oh man, a whole lot of rage. Definitely popping off their IPS. What made them so dominant in that game number 1?
I mean, the main thing is just when Jackpot tried to push in originally, Bomb Rush came from Legend, I believe, maybe a Ninja from Leafy. WLR did not, give them space. They did not give any space to Jackpot. And with that, they were just able to completely shut down those specials, completely shut down any chance of pushing. And, once they got the pick on Legend and Leafy, pretty much that's all the aggression from Jackpot done, because Shadowwind is a junior, so he can't really just go in and get a quad easily. And Q is, one of the best chargers in the West, but even then she can't do everything on her own, and with the 2 main slayers down, that is really detrimental. And it happening twice in a row just gave WLR pretty much control throughout that whole game.
Yeah, when any member of Jackpot just made a minor overextension, such a minor mistake, they would get punished so hard for it by Hollow Rage. Like, one misstep and you're instantly dead. That's how that game went. And game 2, Jackpot are going to hope for that to look a bit better, because they'll need to just forget about that game 1, best of 9, and they'll have to be able to bounce back from that.
Yeah, Jackpot definitely getting some picks. They have potential here. I think they can take some games off a whole lot of rage. Already down 0-1, but we are about to jump into game number 2, so they might get a win there. But I just want to take a couple quick seconds to say thank you so much to the new follows. Softs Taco, Oreo, SVG, Dylan, Sticky, and Jawanaldi, something like that. Thank you guys so much for the follows. This is WTP and Thug Pal as well. This is season 3. You're catching the end of the pro scene. Yesterday was the end of the academy season, and only we have amateur left after today. So more action for amateur, but stay tuned for more announcements coming out in season 4. And thank you, Kyo, as well, for the follow. But let's jump back into the action. Whole lot of rage and Jackpot. This is game number 2 of a best of 9. Now we're going to Rainmaker on Snapper Canal. So Cool Dude and IPS, take us away.
Right, game 2, Rainmaker Snapper. Glad to see the comps coming out from both these teams. So cool, dude. This time, why don't you talk about their comps at the beginning?
Alright, we're seeing pretty similar comps from both sides. Q opting to go for the squeezer over the charger, something she's been playing much more recently, so maybe just wanting to go back to that comfort pick for her. And we're just going to see Jackpot going for the pop initially, and Whole Lot of Rage looking like they're opting to just go for specials instead. And now we see Nylon. Nylon is with one of his teammates, maybe looking to get a push on there. And now it's the armor comes out from the side of Jackpot, but not too much happening in the first 30 seconds. As I say, that one goes down.
Yeah, so right now it is a 4v3 situation for Jackpot. They could start making pushes here. Although Inkjet and Bubbles is ready on the side of WLR, and Islands has respawned now. So pretty much still kind of a maze fight here. No one really decided to make a move, playing very careful. I say that though. Bubbles are coming out from Jared, but not really getting much done. Though Jared is going to get a pick though on the junior, and still 2 situation here, but actually 3 downs at WLR, and finally maybe a push coming out from Jackpot here as a pick on Domo is going to open a chance for them.
Yeah, it was just a stalemate for a while, but as the first team fight comes out, Jackpot win it, and now they're looking to get a push going. They have the bomb rush and the bubbles. They use that immediately, but Biscuit, he tries to use the inkjet, but he just goes down to a bomb. And Jackpot not really being able to get much from this push so far, but it hasn't ended yet.
Oh, really good pick there coming from Q there on the slosh machine there. Just Jackpot still pretty much not stepping off the gas, keeping control as much as they can, trying to make a push as Chadwin is going to get up this block, and going to get down to 37 though. Bubbles come out from Jared, and right now this might be opportunity for WLR. Just push back Jackpot here and just try to get control, because they really need it right now. They do get the pick on Legend there, and Nylon not going to stop, going to get 2, maybe looking for 3 here, gets the assist. Maybe going to get 3 from the Junior, but Junior is going to be able to back up there. And Cool Dude now, this is a chance for WLR to get control of mid and make a push of their own soon.
Nylon with 2 nice kills, and he just keeps on pressuring the street, and Biscuit goes in, but he gets taken down, and now Jared is forced to use the bubbles. He makes Legend weak, and he manages to get the kill. Nice by him, and he's looking to take down Q, but Q gets the kill, and she should get the jump as well. She does. And the pop gets 2 though. They could get the lead from this. Nylon, he manages to get the lead from a double from a pop. Just stealing the lead away from Jackpot.
Really that's just a brain play right there. He saw a chance to get pop. He got 2 from that. And because of the delayed respawns from Legend and the rest of Jackpot, just now was able to grab that and get lead. Just really good play by him. As now Jackpot is going to be in the back for 2 minutes left. They're probably definitely shaken from that. And this is going to be really bad for them. As right now, WLR are going to opt to jump out and get into defensive position.
Yeah, Jackpot using 3 specials, getting mid control from that, and now they need to make something out of it. But Whole Lot of Rage, they have control of the left side for now. They know Jackpot would probably want to push that area, but it looks like they're going to opt to push down middle. But Legend gets taken down early. Shadow is getting hunted down, and he gets taken down by 2 members of Whole Lot of Rage. And now Biscuit lands from his inkjet. Another trade coming out between Whole Lot of Rage and Jackpot members, and Whole Lot of Rage just winning another team fight, being able to stall this out, and with 1 minute and 30 left, that's all they need to do. They just need to stall this out, because they have the lead that Nylon was just magically able to get. And Jackpot, they need to get some specials here, as they use some now, and they need to get some specials so they can just stop Whole Lot of Rage's push and then start one of their own.
Yeah, it really seems like just after that lead take by Nylon, Jackpot hasn't really been able to get back in proper. As I say that, though, they're able to get pretty much 3 members down the side of WLR and 4 down, and now it's going to be staggered respawns as Jackpot pretty much going to have maybe the last chance of the game to get back in again. And they do get more picks on WLR, but still not much happening, as they really need their specials here. They really need map control, and they really need to just form a push, as they're not going to be able to cheese this at all.
Yeah, Whole Lot of Rage, they're not pushing up too far, they're just staying in positions where they know they can stay alive. But now they're pushing in on this right side. Leafy manages to stay alive, gets 1, but she will get taken down after that. And now Jackpot in, what looks like a 2v2. And Q uses the bubbles, and gets a trade out of it, but they need more. They need to be able to get a big numbers advantage onto Whole Lotta Rage so they can safely pick up this Rainmaker and get a push going. But it doesn't look like they'll be able to do that. Shadow's the last one. Q just respawned. Whole Lotta Rage, they're all around the Rainmaker. And that's it. A 2-0 lead in this best of 9.
Just really good play there, but as soon as they were able to get that lead from then on, it was just the game was in their control. They just kept winning team fights. They kept keeping control, and it really seemed like that kind of janky, unfortunate lead take by WLR really just messed up Jackpot completely.
Yeah, it seemed like that whole double pop kill. I mean, that seemed like just a small thing, a slight misstep, and maybe, for this top team, it's kind of surprising to see that happen. Maybe just a mental lapse there in this final, with the pressure on, just making a small mistake like that against Whole Lotta Rage. Because without that, guys, they had the lead, and I think they could have held pretty easily there. And unfortunately there, instead of getting that victory and making this 1-1, now they're down 2-0.
Yeah, it definitely was really tough. I mean, I think WLR still might have had some of a chance to make another push to, get the lead eventually. But, if they didn't get a lead there, Jackpot, like you said, pretty much the game could have gone either way if that lead wasn't taken. But as soon as Nylon took the lead there, it pretty much was just game over for Jackpot because they just started losing their team fights completely after that.
It felt like Whole Lotta Rage were always forcing Jackpot to play their game. Whenever it looked like Jackpot had a chance to get something going, there would always be a member from Whole Lotta Rage just sharking, pops out, kills the Rainmaker, and your push is pretty much over. And then the rest of Whole Lotta Rage were just able to capitalize off of that, and they just always managed to get control after the Rainmaker went down. And that happened quite a bit, and just Whole Lotta Rage just playing that game really well.
Yeah, speaking of which, we are now moving to Game 3, Clamblitz New Albacore Hotel. IPS, how does Jackpot get back into the series? How do they win this game?
Well, I think, they're down 2 games. You gotta reset a little bit after, pretty much getting cheesed on Rainmaker, which is one of the most frustrating things in existence, especially when it's 2 of you dying to a pop, and then Mr. Nylon's off when he's grabbing the Rainmaker going, lead, So, they definitely got to reset a bit after that. Definitely frustrated, but they're only down 2 games. WLR still got to win 3 to take the whole series, so it's definitely not over.
Yeah.
But
it is
they got to
best
find
of
a way to
9.
win their team fights. That's the main thing.
Yeah, if it's a best of 9, if they win this here, then this is still a heck of a series. We are ready for game number 3. Whole Lotta Rage looking to continue this momentum. Jackpot looking to get this series back towards them and at least get it to 2-1. Let's jump into game number 3 and see who takes this one.
I feel like Jackpot will definitely be wanting to win this game. 0-2. It's a best of 9, okay, that's fine to come back from, but 0-3 looks a lot more deadly. And now we're seeing the same comp come out from both sides, I believe. And, yeah.
Same comp's coming out for both sides, so nothing really changing in that sense, but we do see already Jackpot pretty much trying to take control in mid, while it seems like WLR decided to control the sides. So this could be really bad for them if they're able to get the pin. Here we go. Q, though, getting a really good pick on Biscuit there. Now, going to push up on this right side. Maybe they'll get even more picks. Going to actually now Mike catch her out and going to get that pick on Q there. And just right now, WLR not really having too much, map control, but just keeping Jackpot out so they can't snowball already. As they do get a pick on the Junior, that was going to be pretty crucial for the paint and armor of Jackpot. And right now, they're just kind of snowballing in as there's 3 down for Jackpot. And the last one being on the left side is able to get a pick on Nylon, though, but probably going to decide to maybe back out, but not going to back out. That is G's going to go down, and staggered respawns now for Jackpot to do that as WLR just taking control of mid completely.
Yeah, Whole Lotta Rage, they're always in 2v1s or 3v1s, which means they just win every single one of their fights. And now they're getting a push started here. Domo gets the clams in, and they need more to follow up. Domo now in a fight with Shadow. He definitely wants to survive, but Legend cleans up. And now Jared, he has a power climb, but it'll be too late to get it in. And Whole Lotta Rage, they were definitely looking for more from that push, but they still have presence in mid for now.
Yeah, I said though, Legend and Leafy working to get that left side taken out. Legend now going in to get 2. Is going to get 3. Legend getting that triple there. Really big for Jackpot. They're going to be able to get control mid again, and this actually might be really bad for the Lars. They did not get much from that push. Now, Jackpot has a pity, and it's going to have pretty much a whole lot of other clans here. So this is definitely an opportunity for them to make a push, cool dude.
Jackpot, they have 3 specials, and they just need to make sure that they don't have one of their members just go down randomly. That's what's been stopping their pushes so much in these last 2 games. And they're just looking for more clans right now. And now they have 4 specials, and Hollow Rage have 2. They definitely will want to go in soon, so Hollow Rage don't have as many specials as they do to counter this push. The armor comes out from both teams, and now Shadow looking to get something done, just trying to stay alive from Biscuit's Inkjet now. And in Jackpot, they kind of had a very good situations there, but it doesn't really look like they'll be able to get anything from it as Biscuit takes down Shadow. And now he takes down Legend as well, and he may be able to take down Leafy if he chooses to push it. The opposite just back out, and it's Hollow Rage just keeping control again.
Yeah, we saw in that push, like, even though there was so many specials being popped from the side of Jackpot, WR still being able to hold their ground and just trade at least. Basically just leave it kind of a 1-1 situation where Biscuit could easily clean up, and right now Biscuit just getting so many picks. You know, getting one there on Legend again and just holding back this Inkjet, pretty much making it useless. And also the Clam now dying for Jackpot, and this is going to be really tough for them as they're going to need to get control of mid again and get some Clams. Definitely still winnable as, again, the lead is only to 80 for the WLR. So, game's not over yet, but right now, WLR just spamming stuff just to try keep control and not basically even give Jackpot a chance to make their own push.
And now we're seeing a lot of specials come out from both sides, and Biscuit looking to get a kill. He can't find anything yet. But Jackpot, they're 3 down. And now Q uses the bubbles to try and stay alive and stall things out. Q managing to jump out. That's good for Jackpot. But Hollow Rage, from those 3 kills, they could manage to get another push going here. They'll definitely want to, because 80 is not a safe lead on this map mode. But now Legend pushing Biscuit, trying to find the kill, and the bomb manages to get the trade. And now 3 down for the side of Hollow Rage. Domo will probably die to Leafy, and he survives for long, but Leafy manages to close out the kill there.
Yeah, and, you know, what we're seeing here a lot of this game is not really any massive pushes. Like, even the first push is nothing. You know, we're just seeing pretty much mid being traded constantly from one team popping a bunch of specials and then the other team being able to just stop it. This might change, though, finally, as armor coming out for Jackpot. Kill on Domo there. Yeah, we're going to just try to go in, but Biscuit is not going to get pick in time, so a Clam does go in. So coming from now, just try to stop those bubbles. He still is going to go down, though. All that Jackpot needs is 1 Clam. They do get 2 Clams in, but not really anything to follow up. So right now, lead is on the side of Jackpot. But if WLR is able to make a push, the game is pretty much over to get 1 power climb in. And that's right now what they're getting set up for. Biscuit with this Inkjet at the ready. 3 special at the ready for WLR here. Inkjet being popped, maybe looking for a pick. We see right now just gonna go in with these bubbles, maybe. Is gonna get the power climb in. And has already lead shifted to the side of WLR. And this might be game, and they score the clams in overtime. And WLR in the last seconds gonna take game 3, as right now they are putting Jackpot in a really bad spot here.
Yeah, that game, just most of it was just fighting around mid control, but even then you just see both teams, it looks like they're just showing so much respect for each other. But every time Jackpot had 2, 3, even 4 specials, they were never really able to make a big push out of it, because Hollow Rage, they just had such a good defense, and just
yeah,
they're just playing extremely
definitely an
well.
odd game for me to just sit here and watch you guys commentate, because it was like nothing's really going on this whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, the last minute was exciting, at least because Jackpot got the lead, but unfortunately WLR was able to take that in overtime and now up 3-0. It definitely feels like, as I watch it, a little bit of a Nautilus play difference in my mind is making a lot of this lean towards Whole Lotta Rage. Is it simply Biscuit is just too good to take down, or I don't know what makes Biscuit so good right here, right now in this series?
I think if you're against a Nautilus that you feel is even a bit better than you, it can feel like a very hard matchup in the game. Like, even though you're playing the same weapon, it can feel really hard to play. So that normal pressure that you'll be able to apply with Nautilus, like, you won't really be able to do as much. But I feel that it's not just Biscuit that's being the difference maker here. It's just all of A Whole Lotta Rage. They just are playing so well, just individually and even as a team, that like these games, I feel like they can have, even if it does look really close on the scoreboard, they can have so much confidence that when they go for a push, it will work for them, because that's what's happened in these past 3 games.
Yeah, well, it's looking tough for Jackpot now, being down 3-0 in this finals, best of 9. So they still have a chance. If they win this one right here, they move the series a little bit closer back to them. Again, this is for the Pro Splatoon Playoff Championships. This is the final. This is it for Season 3. This will be our greatest team, whoever wins this best of 9, and the winner of potentially around a $150 prize pool, plus whatever more starts coming in. So a lot on the line. Jackpot in a bit of a hole right here, right now. Let's see if they can pull it back. Game number 4, they need to start winning. They don't want to be in a do or die situation after game 4. So let's see if they can pull it off, and let's just jump straight into the action.
Right, Tower Control, Anchovy Games, and now with both teams showing up their comps, same thing really coming out from both teams. So, cool, dude. You know, what do you think Jackpot needs to do to win this game?
I think Jackpot, they just need to be able to convert their map control and the amount of specials they have into a really good push for them, because they've had so many situations where it's like, yeah, on paper, they win this fight, but they just end up losing it. It's A Whole Lotta Rage. And now, oh, what is this flank coming out of Nylon? He takes down Q, and he's looking to get 2 here, but Legend takes him down. But now it's a 3v2 in the advantage of A Whole Lotta Rage right now, and that was a crazy flank coming out of Nylon.
Yeah, I believe Nylon just took the far left fan. Yeah, he did, and that was just a really good play. Something really unexpected, and that really is gonna give pretty much a push now for WLR here. Huge situation right now. First checkpoint gonna go to them as Armor does come out, and Jackpot right now playing really back. They're kind of just giving space to WLR, and this might backfire really hard right now. Is this on his chat maybe looking for a pick, gonna help get that pick on Leafy there. And now in a 4v3 situation, you found not too much pay on your side of the map. That is really bad for Jackpot.
Yeah, I feel like Jackpot kind of gave them too much space there. It was a 2v2 at the time where they backed up, and that just allowed A Whole Lotta Rage. They could just walk onto the platform. But now we see the bubbles coming out from Jared, and it takes down Legend. And A Whole Lotta Rage, they could get another snowball off here, but Nylon gets punished for being alone. And now, Squeezes in a 1v1 and no one going down yet. But A Whole Lotta Rage, they just keep on this pressure. They back off from the tower. They know that if they stick there, they just go down. And it looks like Jackpot are maybe having a chance to get their defense back here, as Leafy gets a nice kill. They push Nylon off the map, and Domo is the last one. And with a delayed wipe, finally Jackpot have another chance to get going.
Yeah, for sure. Jackpot, though, they're going to have to get past that pretty much really long first checkpoint and a lot more. As, you know, W already not letting up. They're just keeping control of their streak. They're not going to let Jackpot have any control at all, but now they are going to back up a little bit. As you see a lot of specials coming out from Jackpot here. Probably trying to survive so they can at least defend the second check. Yeah, Leafy not going to be able to find the picks on the Ninja, though. Legend having control here. Going to just try to keep it. Bubbles, though, do come out from Jared. Gonna pop them, gonna put on pressure. Oh, but Jared going down. Now Bubbles coming out from Q. He's gonna have to back over the fan. Armor coming out from WLR. They're gonna need to push here. Make sure they don't go down, because this will be detrimental if they do. 2 picks, though, coming out from WLR. Gonna stop the push, I believe. Yes, they will. And just shy of the lead at 50. The push is gonna be stopped. And WLR now gonna get control of mid, but Q coming out with a nice trade on Jared there.
Yeah, that was looking really good for Jackpot, but as you said, just narrowly missing the lead. And now no specials on the board yet for either team. But the armor coming out from Whole Lotta Rage. Nylon goes down early to Leafy. And Jackpot, they could decide to push off of this, which they are. Leafy and Q maybe wanting to push the left side, but Leafy opts to rotate to the right with Legend. The bomb rush comes out, and maybe the Inkjet soon as well. And they narrowly missed the lead before, but they could try to get it now as the Inkjet comes out from Leafy, pushing Nylon into Q's bubbles, and he goes down. And they are so close to getting it.
Yeah, although basically though getting a really good pick on Shangwin is going to slow the process down. 3 picks that's coming up for WLR, and they're going to stop the lead by just 1 point. That has got to be hard to take in. And
that must feel horrible, but the game isn't over yet. Jackpot must know that, and they will be in such a bad situation if they lose this game. They'll have to reverse sweep. So with 1 minute left, they know that they need to take this. And they're just building specials right now. Legend has the bomb rush, but the bubbles and Inkjet coming out from the Whole Lotta Rage. Biscuit trying to get a second pick. He finds it. And now it's the Whole Lotta Rage. They're just in their base, applying so much pressure. But now it's even. It's a 3v3. And Leafy goes down. Being in an unfair fight, walking into a 1v3. And Jackpot, they have mid control again, but still they have players dying. But Ips, they just need to be able to win a 4v4 with some specials to be able to get something going.
Yeah, if they could just get the picks, and Jared coming out with a good pick on Leafy, but I was trying to say if just Jackpot can find some picks onto WLR and just get to that checkpoint, they will take the lead, but they just can't seem to find them as WLR is winning their fights. And now with just pretty much a 1v1 situation here, Domo going to the fight against Leafy here. This can pretty much decide the game already, but Leafy going to win the fight there, and still the hope for Jackpot is still alive here in overtime. Already injured though, coming out from Leafy. If just Jackpot can find the specials here and just keep pushing and putting pressure on WLR, they can take the lead here. Already being close to it, but just Jared though getting the pick on the tower, and now they're going to drop right on it, and WLR gonna take game 4, and now they're on match point.
Championship point for Whole Lotta Rage. And this is unexpected for me, at least. Whole Lotta Rage are definitely the favourites coming into this, but I don't think this strong of a lead is what many people would have been expecting. And now, Jackpot, they're gonna have to pull off a reverse sweep in a best of 9. I can only recall that happening one time before, and I think that was in 2019, so...
Oh, it feels bad, guys, because Jackpot have been so close every single matchup, and it feels tough when you're losing by these just minuscule points of the game, and now find yourself 4-0, because there's potential the Rainmaker game they could have won. They could have won that one, just a 1-point loss. This series could be potentially 2-2. It feels that close, but somehow Whole Lotta Rage now are in the 4-0 driver's seat right now. It's just it's tough looking forward for Jackpot.
Yeah, every time in these final close moments of the game, as you said, Whole Lotta Rage, they've just been able to pull through every single time. And it must be really hard, like, mentally on Jackpot this set. But, I mean, if you're them, you have to believe. If you want to win this, you have to believe that it's, that you'll be able to pull off this reverse sweep, but it's just looking so difficult against this Whole Lotta Rage roster.
Yeah, and I do want to take a second to look at the bracket. Domo's internet crash is going to reset here and get back in. There are some questions about, is there a bracket reset? Here's the bracket. We've had it all along. I know some people, especially Jackpot, are like, wait, shouldn't we have a bracket reset? We did not design a bracket reset as we set this in stone, so there will not be a bracket reset. It's do or die here for Jackpot, so this is not looking great. Winning the semifinals means that you enter directly to the finals. You don't have to play through the losers bracket, so that is what they earned with a win last week. But yeah, I mean, pretty tough not to have that extra opportunity here, but this is the finals. This is the best of 9. They got to reverse sweep if they want the victory. And, I'm sure since we have a little time, since Domo is getting his internet in here. But yeah, just the explanation, guys. IPS here. Why do you think we went with the best of 9 here instead of deciding to do the bracket reset?
I mean, it was kind of just for the hype factor for the commentators and such as well. Like, we were thinking basically, we were going to have a BO9 for the rest of base tiers anyway. We have BO9 for Academy, BO9 for Amateur tier as well. So we decided to have a BO9 for Pro, and we just didn't want to do a bracket reset in the finals because a BO9 bracket reset can be 18 games max, and that is way too long, way too draining for the players. So we decided just to have one BO9 in the finals, and yeah, so how we went for that.
I feel like some people would say, why not make it best of 5 or best of 7, and then you can have a bracket reset. But again, as Ip said, I do think I'd prefer for that hype factor, and since it is a league and not like a 1-2 day tournament kind of thing, I think best of 9 is good for this format.
Yeah. And I think, too, with it being a best of 9, this clearly shows what team is going to be better. And, of course, this isn't over. As you said, Cool Dude, reverse sweeps have happened. Even if it's the smallest % chance, they still have a chance. And this series has had very close moments where Jackpot could have grabbed a win or two. So, as we wait for Domo to get in here, I do think Jackpot still could take some games off it, maybe get some momentum going. If they can do it IPS, how do they start at least with this one win? How do they get the ball rolling? How do they get some momentum back because they've had some tough losses? How do they mentally reset so that they can go into this Sturgeon Shipyard, game number 5 Rainmaker, and maybe pick up a win here?
Right. I'm going to let Cool Dude take this because he is a lot more, he knows a lot more about mentality and those kind of things than me, so I'll let Cool Dude talk about it. So, yeah.
I mean, with this, you've just gotta go into this thinking you have nothing to lose, because it's like, you're down 4-0, yes, the reverse sweep is possible, but in a best of 9, it's so hard, so just for pride's sake, you just gotta start with just wanting to go in, getting 1 or 2 games, and you've gotta, even though you are at such a disadvantage in the series, you've gotta go in with confidence if you want to be able to win a couple games here, because if Jackpot plays scared against Whole Lotta Rage are just gonna be able to do anything that they want in this series, well, in the final parts of this series. So you've just got to go in like you can't be mad about the last 4 games because you've got to focus on the next 5.
Yeah, it's kind of that whole thing you talk about as a coach. You want to say, like, hey, put those other games out of your mind. Just focus, act like this is one game at a time, because to look at the series as a whole and think through, oh, crap, like we have to win 5 in a row, that is such a daunting task. I mean, you can get into that mindset where you feel defeated already. However, I think if you look at it one game at a time, we know we can beat Whole Lotta Rage. We did it last week. We've almost done it in a couple matches here today. You build off that momentum. You make it 4-1. Okay, then the next time you go into that next game, okay, now it's just another one game. So I think that's the mindset that Jackpot really need to have. And if they can't get that mentally, that focus going, it's going to be even tougher. So that's my advice to them. If I was coaching them, that's what I'd be saying to them right here, right now. Of course, Whole Lotta Rage has all the advantage going into it. We finally have Dom back here into the... We did have someone, and now we have another DC. So we get to stall even longer, guys.
Oh, yeah.
What is going on?
That's actually good, because I did want to say...
Yeah, go for it.
Yes, it will be harder for Jackpot mentally, but also for Whole Lotta Rage, they've got to be mentally strong as well, because you've got to stay focused and just go across the finish line, because some teams could definitely maybe start memeing or just not be able to play as well, so they'd either have to drop a couple of games as a wake-up call, or in the worst case scenario, it could start a reverse sweep, but that is looking very difficult, obviously, but Whole Lotta Rage, I think for their ego, they'll definitely want to close this out 5-0, because Nylon's saying it in that interview last week, he's not losing to Jackpot again, and it's looking like he's not going to lose to Jackpot again.
Yeah, definitely could be some bad blood between these two teams after this series. They both want to win. They both want that pride, that glory, that prize money. So, you know, I can feel the intensity building between these two teams. I'm not even on either team. You know, I don't have any involvement. I'm just TOing here. It doesn't make a difference to me who wins, but I definitely feel like there is maybe some edginess to this matchup for sure. So we'll get the ball rolling back here again. But man, oh man. Maybe after this I just won't look at Twitter. I'll let you guys deal with that one.
That could be spicy. Yeah. But
the chat is saying to check Twitter, so I'm gonna look for a sec.
I'm not touching that one.
I'm gonna take a look myself.
Yeah. Actually, since we're still waiting, could we see the maps?
Yeah.
The rest of the
Yeah, take a look. So, take it away, cool dude.
So Rainmaker Sturgeon. Ooh, I don't know about anyone else, but it always, whether you win or lose, it always feels bad to close out a series on Rainmaker. But I feel like the teams that they've been running the same comps pretty much in all of the games, so I don't really think they switch up the comps. But Ips, do you think Rainmaker Sturgeon favors one of these two teams, or do you think it will go the same way?
At this point, yeah, like WLR has just been playing better, so I don't think it's a matter of a team having an advantage on a certain map. I think right now it's just a matter of Jackpot having to, you know, like you said, recollect their thoughts and just find a way to win here. And you know, what better way to start a possible chance at a reverse sweep with a Rainmaker game where, you know, you can possibly try cheese it, and they probably want to get some revenge on Rainmaker because they get cheesed themselves in game 2.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely not happy about that previous Rainmaker game, because Nylon just getting those 2 kills from the pop and then getting the lead from that. But I think maybe something possible. I know Q was probably more comfortable on Squeezer, but maybe just as a last resort, she might opt to switch out to that Charger, maybe for the Stingray as well, since it's on Rainmaker, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, it looks like we got both teams back into the lobby, so they're going to be picking their weapons and their comps right here, right now. So this is game number 5 of a best of 9. Here's the stakes. Whole Lotta Rage win this. They are the Pro Splatoon champions for WTP. They will be taking home the prize money as well as the glory and the trophy. Jackpot, if they win this, they can maybe bring back some momentum. Maybe they can get something going and have a chance to pull this series back. But they are going to need to reverse sweep. So this one would just be 1 out of the 5 they are going to need if they want to take down Whole Lotta Rage again, if they want to be champions. So it's looking pretty tough. It is possible. Whatever team you're rooting for, throw some emotes, throw some spam into the chat, because we are ready for game number 5. So Cool Dude and IPS, take it away.
All right, game number 5 here. Match, pretty much championship point for WLR, and just, you know, a grasp of air for Jackpot here, as both teams are going to show up with their comps. Same comp going for Jackpot here. Meanwhile, yeah, same thing for WLR as well. And Cool to just take it away with what do you think of these comps again?
Well, I think it's what they're most comfortable on, right? So it makes sense to stay on them. But Nylon getting a really early kill onto Leafy, and he's just going for this flank, and he goes down. But Whole Lotta Rage, they have the Ringmaker, and they might be able to capitalize off of the distraction that Nylon had, and I think they're just going to wait for him to respawn before they decide to push in, and Biscuit punishes Q for peeking and trying to take down the Rainmaker, and they're already on the top left, and that's 3 down. And Whole Lotta Rage, they're already pushing the top left side. They could get a really big push here.
Yeah, right down to 44. Domo gonna go with Garrett's bubbles here. Gonna get it all the way down to 19. 2-2 situation now. Biscuit, last one left. Might be able to pull off a clutch player. Does get one. Maybe gonna find 2 on Q, but Q surviving barely. Gonna pop these bubbles here. Just to maybe push out Biscuit. But Biscuit gonna get that pick. And I think Niles WLR did grab the Rainmaker to get down to 15. So, and just WLR still just putting on the pressure, but finally Jackpot may be able to just maybe push back WLR just a tiny bit. Cool, dude.
And we talked about mindset earlier, right? That must be hard. You're down 4-0 and they get down to 15 immediately, but now the Rainmaker resets. The bomb rush comes out from Legend, and Jackpot, they'll want to get something started here. They get the pop. I believe there's someone flanking on the side of Whole Lotta Rage. I'm not sure who that is, but the inkjet comes out from Biscuit. He takes down Legend. And Whole Lotta Rage, they just walk in and they get mid control immediately. And Shadow managing to get a nice kill, a bomb kill onto Nylon, but I don't think that will be enough.
Yeah, I mean, they did get a pick on Nylon there, but we just see Dome on the sniper with the Stranger just spamming it and just controlling the core, controlling mid, control pretty much everywhere for WLR right now. Is Legend, I believe someone from Jackpot was able to get picked up, but we do go to Legend here on this top right. But we just see Nylon there finally getting canceled, but did get a pick, I believe, on 2 people of Jackpot. And right now, WLR is still just putting so much pressure as Jared, you're going to get another pick. And, you know, even though Jackpot is getting picked on WLR just keeps their positions, keeps the pressure, and it keeps winning their fights. It just seems like even in that 3v2, 4v2 situation, WLR just finds a way to come out on top, and we've fallen off the map.
Yeah,
damn.
And even though Leafy fell off, I feel like Biscuit would have won that fight anyway, because he just hit the shot. So when Leafy jumped and went to the side a bit, she couldn't get on the box because she was just hit back by the shots. And Whole Lotta Rage, they just are always managing to keep mid control. But Q with these bubbles is looking to change that, but he can't find anything yet. And now Biscuit gets his armor removed and he gets taken down finally. 2 down on the side of Whole Lotta Rage, and effectively 3 since one has to jump out. And Nylon again in Rainmaker. He did it the last time this mode was in this set, and he does it again. He just sits on the top right and he gets 2 to completely deny Jackpot's push.
Yeah, and once again, just the squib basket from Nylon. My man having a dance there. And just, you see her best trying to push this rest. They're going to get a trade on Leafy. And just, again, we've been saying this whole time, WLR just always has control. They're winning every single fight. Jackpot can really seem to not be able to do anything.
Yeah, and now Jackpot, I feel like they'll need to just get combo some specials together to be able to get into mid, and that's what they're doing. They use the armor and the bubbles, and they finally have presence in mid, but there's one going in. Jared with the bubbles, he hasn't found any kills, but he's managed to distract them. And he may take down Legend, he does. That's no bomb rush for them. And now Leafy looking to protect the Rainmaker, she gets the kill, but Shadow goes down. And now 50 seconds left, and there's only one member from Jackpot alive, and they're dead. And Whole Lotta Rage, they know that they are performing well. 40 seconds left, and Jackpot still have to get down to 15, or 14 even.
With all those squib bags, it's looking like a turf war match with like a squib party, and now I'm just gonna splash down right into the core here. He does not care anymore. He's just having fun at this point. All of them are having fun at this point. They're just getting the picks and having a bit of squib banging fun, but we do see, I think, a trade happening on that left side, and WLR just gonna grab the Rainmaker. Domo's just gonna run back with it, going on a little camping trip, and he's just squib banging back. Shadowin trying to chase, and yeah, there's really nothing to commentate about this. They're just having fun.
It looks like the end. And Whole Lotta Rage, they are your WTP Pro League champions, 5-0 over Jackpot. Just insane.
Yeah, the ending there was just really just WLR just came here. And then we're like, you beat us 4-2 last week, so what if we just 5-0'd you, right? With our own FT win member, and just, oh, damn, that has got to be tough for Jackpot.
Wow. There it is. Whole lot of rage. Winning the best of 9, surprising everyone, not because We didn't predict them, but because they are doing it in a 5-0 fashion, definitely not what anyone was expecting. We expected a very close matchup, and to be fair, there were some close sets for sure, but guys, no one on this desk, including me, said a whole lot of rage 5-0, and yet here we are, the champions, and making not only a championship run, but making a statement saying, holy cow, we are the team to beat. Come at us. I mean, 5-0, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That.
Okay. Right, so we predicted 5-2, 5-3, right?
Yeah.
And in my head, I predicted 5-2, 5-3 to be just cause, right? In the back of my head, I was thinking there is just a chance that WLR could just 5-0 this, and that thing from the back of my mind became reality, and WLR just came in here and just went off.
Yeah, I was thinking like 5-3, maybe 5-2 if Hole of the Rage plays really well, but they played even better than that. I'm just speechless. Like, I have nothing else to say. Like,
yeah, congrats to them. They definitely earned it. They played super well all season long. Definitely smashing all their opponents. One loss to Jackpot last week, but after 5-0, I think it is safe to say they are on top. They are the kings. They are your champions for the Pro Tier League. And we will take a couple-minute break, and then we're going to try to get some interviews with Whole Lotta Rage to hear about the win, talk more about it. But I do want to take a moment just to say thank you to everyone who supported the league, whether that's a staff member, whether that is just a viewer. We are up over 100 viewers. That is incredible. And to those that have donated to the prize pool, we love you much. Love to support as we can give some gifts to the winners. Whole Lotta Rage is going to take 60% of the prize pool. Academy finished up yesterday. They are taking 10% of the prize pool. And Amateur still has 2 weeks left to go for 30% of the prize pool. So thank you guys to those who have supported WTP all along the way. We have grown from pretty much nothing to season 3, having lots of love and support from you guys. It's great, and we're going to continue to learn, continue to improve as we plan out season 4.